So, our first winner from the evening's matches is Peter Ebdon. We're used to seeing him coming through really late, as you did at 2 o'clock in the morning against Gerard Green. You're the first man across the finish line tonight, and many congratulations. You're in the draw for your 23rd year at the Crucible. Amazing.
It's not bad, is it? 25 years being a pro, Crucible 23 years. It's something that I'm very proud of.
Were you tired after that monstrous comeback against Gerard Green? 9-3 down at 11 o'clock, and you finished the match at 2, and I'm presuming you probably didn't get to sleep until, 3, maybe even 4 by the time you wound down after that second round qualifying match?
I'd probably got about 4 hours sleep, but as you know, we vegans, we don't do tired. We do full on.
Right, now, talking about tired, yesterday, Neil has mentioned massive respect for all that you've done in the game. That fourth frame before the interval was so long, almost nearly 70 minutes. Such a long time to concentrate for at such an early stage of the match. How did that frame end up going so long?
I was just getting warmed up at that stage. That was one of my shorter frames.
Well, I'm sure when I get back in the commentary box, he'll have a thing or two to say about that. You missed out on the Crucible for the last couple of years, so even though you have been there so many times, what will it mean to be back after a little bit of an absence? Because do you get to a point where you think, hang on a minute, I can't take these year-on-year returns for granted. Am I going to get back?
Yeah, it's certainly very tough, and it was very difficult to accept not being at the Crucible for the last couple of years. I really struggled 2 years ago when we first had the qualifiers here, and I really struggled on the conditions more than anything. It's not what I expected of a World Championship qualifying scenario. But I will say that after having challenging conditions for the first couple of matches here this week, the table fitters have got it right. The re-cloth for the tables for the final match meant the tables play completely different as you would expect them to play for a World Championship qualifying. So well done to World Snooker, well done to the table fitters, the cloth manufacturers. They've got it right. It would have been nice to play on similar conditions in the first and second match. It didn't happen, and I sort of struggled with that, but these conditions were lovely, and presumably they'll be just as nice at the Crucible, which will be lovely.
Now, you in the past have been quite vociferous about saying that, listen, with the way it is now, with 3 best of 19s, it's very, very unlikely or impossible for a qualifier to come through and maintain their stamina and momentum all the way through to win the title, as Sean did back in 05 and Terry in 79. Obviously, if you have 3 matches that go 10-9 and finish at 2 in the morning, as you did against Gerard Green, then you could certainly say that. But do you feel as though your view might change a little bit, having come through this one 10-2, because you're not going to be anywhere near as tired in the first round as you would have been if the Gerard match had just been this one?
Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. What I'll do is I'll probably take a week off and then a week to build myself back up. And yeah, no, unfortunately I could be playing Saturday, couldn't I? Which is just a few days' time. So yeah, it's very, very close. I think if any of the players could potentially come through 3 best of 19s, being so close to the Crucible, you'd have to say Ding, being a young man, would have the class to be able to do it. Ali Carter has certainly got the class and the drive to do it, and he's on a vegan diet now and he's looking the best I've ever seen him, and he's really, really hungry. I know he's having a tough match with Dominic, who's a very, very good player, but Ali could do it. And then you've got Kyron Wilson, who's such a great player. You're going to be hearing a lot from him in the future, and I'd say if anybody could do it, it could be one of those 3 players, but it is incredibly tough. I think we saw last year Anthony McGill playing fantastic in the qualifiers, winning 2 matches, and then he sort of hit the wall, so to speak. It's very difficult to have anything left once you get to the quarters or semis in the World Championship. The year I won it, 2002, I started the tournament 11 stone 8, and 17 days later I was 10 stone 3. So I lost almost 1.5 stone in 17 days, and I had no qualifying matches to play. So that is how tough it is, and that's how demanding it is. And if any qualifier goes on to win the World Championship, I'll be the first to congratulate them, because it's really, really tough. But I'm actually going to run a marathon tomorrow. I'm going to swim the Channel the day after. But the blood transfusions and the Lasix, should see me through, and I'm looking forward to my first match.
Okay, just finally, as someone with 23 years of experience of appearing at the Crucible. What's your plan for the next couple of days? Are you going home? Are you staying here for the draw in case your name comes out for Stuart on Saturday morning? How are you playing the next 24, 48 hours?
Yeah, no, I'll be travelling back to Northamptonshire tonight, and I've got a treatment booked tomorrow. I've got quite a few people that look after me, help me with my back, my shoulders, my neck. I'll be seeing my Reiki master, Karen, tomorrow. I've found Reiki to be absolutely unbelievable over the last few years. That's really, really helped me. And I'm actually training to become a Reiki master myself. I've done my first 2 out of 3 courses. And that's something that I'm enjoying doing at the moment as well, apart from playing snooker. So it's nice to be able to help people and heal people when they got problems, and that's something that I'd like to do in the future.
Well, you've got plenty of time to work on that. In the meantime, get home and have some rest, and you're in the draw. We'll see who you face, and we'll see you back here on the big stage where you've become such a familiar presence over the last 23 years. Well done. First man through tonight.
Thank you very much.